Um, Moving on to the last topic of the show, Overwatch cheaters are being permabanned for cheating in the beta. What? So why is that a big deal? I know is probably what you're thinking. JJ, do you want to clarify on why this is an issue?
Yeah, so it's an issue because, uh, well, first of all, it was a beta, a free beta. Now, I'm not entirely 100% sure on the validity of this call, of what this person had said. There's about four networks of journalists that have said it. I'm still not entirely sure because it's kind of something that they construed, or maybe they saw like a tweet from some developer or something. But they're just saying that on top of the permabanning that will be happening during the base game or during the regular game, also the people who cheated in the beta will be permabanned. And that's a huge problem because if they were permabanned during the beta, what happens if they had already purchased the game? Or what happens if they didn't? They don't know. They buy the game, and then whenever they install the game and everything, they're banned. They didn't even know. So, yeah, it's a huge problem because there's no way they can refund it because the code would have been used already. And a lot of places have a return policy on games that says if they're opened, you can't return it. Sometimes they'll say if it's damaged, then you can return it and get a game of equal, like, oh, I'm sorry, it has to be the same game usually. That's the return policy. If the game is damaged or anything, you can't get your money back. You can only get the game, another copy of it. And I mean, if it happens to be that way to where you get banned from the beta or because of your actions during the beta and you seem to have been kicked or permabanned, I would say, I mean, it's kind of fucked up, but I would say make another BattleNet account, return your game for another Overwatch, and then just use that code in the other BattleNet account that you just made. That would be my workaround, but that's saying whether or not they'll even do it. But half of the time, the the people at the help desks, all they want to do is just get rid of their day. They just want to get through it, and they know about it. So all you got to they know about their return policy. So all you got to do is tell them the code didn't work. I don't know why it didn't work. The game is fucked up, or this is fucked up, and they usually don't really do much. They won't oppose you that much. They'll be like, okay, go get it, and then you go get it, and somebody walks it to the front for you, and there you go. I mean, you get your game, and your other account's permabanned, but this one won't be. And I mean, it's bad because you're permabanned because of your actions during the beta, but in the same time, you kind of deserve it if you're gonna cheat in a beta. But I mean, I understand that some people might have just cheated to see what kind of anti cheats they had during the game, but Blizzard had already said that they're gonna. I'm not entirely sure how they're gonna do it, but they said they're gonna kind of look at it from a uh, what do you say, Roger? Like base on base, or a situation from situation deal.
Uh,
They'll
yeah, I know.
uh,
I know what you're saying on a case
yeah.
by case.
There you go, case by case. So, like, if you report somebody, they're gonna take a close look at the entire match. They're gonna look for cheating, and if they can't find it, they're just be like, "Well, tough luck. He's not banned. We're not banning him because he's a better player than you, or because it looks like he has an aimbot, but in reality, it's just because our kill cam doesn't show it properly."
I in
And
I definitely I have to approach it from a different perspective. I think that, although yeah, it might seem a little extreme to get banned, permanently on an account, if you
of
were
a beta,
of a beta, if you were caught hacking. But if you were caught hacking, why the fuck were you hacking? I mean, there hasn't been a whole lot of, or at least I haven't seen. I mean, but Blizzard is a pretty, well put together company. At least it's been in its past. I can't see a whole lot of people getting banned because they were good. I think that banning would have to happen on like you said, a case by case basis. But I mean, they have that information. I know for a fact that League of Legends, for example, when you report someone, they take the gameplay. They go, oh, well, let's look at the whole match. What happened? And I'm pretty sure Blizzard does a pretty similar situation, so I can't imagine that people, oh, I was just good, I got banned. That's probably not a situation. If you were hacking in general, one, you were probably using an account that is not your main account at all. So if you got banned, big fucking deal. Go to your main account, buy the game you're in. If you were hacking on your main account, why the fuck were you hacking? Why were you ruining the fucking beta experience for everyone? It's free, sure, I understand that, but it should carry over. I mean, it should be a thing where it's like you hacked once. I mean, Blizzard is very fucking serious about that shit. If you have broken the game's rules, you have gone against the terms of service that you agreed to when you went into the beta, why would you not expect to get punished further? I mean, if anything, I think they should put like a little tag on your account that like when if you try to reclaim Overwatch, it just says sorry, dude. Like, can't. So that way you can make a new account and redeem Overwatch and it goes, cool, all right, you're good. But like I said, if you were actually cheating, if you were actually hacking, it makes sense that they don't want you in the big game. They don't want you in the main fucking title. Why would they? Um Honestly, I mean, is it extreme? Yeah, but I think against hackers, dude, on PC, you got to stop those fuckers from day one. I mean, CS:GO has its hackers, but my god, I haven't seen a CS:GO hacker in God knows how long. And that's because fucking Valve has been like, no, dude, we're cracking down. I don't fucking think so. And it's important that Blizzard does it too. You know, it's not a 2 strike, 3 strike thing. It's 1 strike. You fucked up. You know, if you can dispute it and go, I was just playing well. I don't know why they're fucking reporting it. First of all, you probably won't even get banned. Second of all, they'll probably reset it if they're like, oh, yeah, you are legitimately aiming. I'm 100% sure these people that were hacking were obviously hacking. They were going through walls. They were fucking nonstop headshotting. It was just sketchy shit, you know? So honestly, I gotta give kudos to Blizzard. I'm glad that they're going this far. They're willing to go like, you get one shot. If you're fucking hacking, you intentionally broke one of our rules and you tried to ruin the experience for everyone else. So from that perspective, I mean, I think they're fucking awesome for it.
I totally agree with that. I have a friend. He wrote up a little. It was, I don't know. I guess it was like an opinion piece, real quick. He for a forum that I'm in, and it kind of touched on how aimbots and stuff have been around for a long time. But back then, there weren't so many rules against them, and back then there wasn't a mainstream way to be able to get aimbot. So during that time, it was just more for fun and to see what kind of programming languages and everything that niche group could create. But now it's turned into such a the market has turned into such a competitive trolley place that there's actually websites that will sell aimbots and like, oh, proven to work in this game or that game, and it'll tell you like build whatever that it works in. And I mean, that's a big problem. But he says that he moved away from PC gaming from like he played for 20 years on PC as like an adult, a young adult, and now he's on consoles because he's tired of like, it's not that he's tired of hackers, it's just that he knows that the hackers are on PC and that it's much easier and a much more open a much more open system than on a console. And on consoles, you know, to hack on consoles, you have to be pretty dedicated or have a lot of money to purchase a hacked console or to hack it yourself. And then, you know, when you do it yourself, there's a possibility of you fucking it over and being out like $500. So he moved over to consoles because he doesn't have to worry about all that stuff. The only thing he has to worry about is like day one patches and you know, other stuff like that. And I gotta commend him for that, for taking that plunge. But I mean, you're playing on a lesser platform, in my opinion, just because somebody's gonna ruin your game. And it's so nowadays it's so easy to just like get people banned for that crap. So I'm with you. I commend Blizzard for sticking to their guns and saying no no fucking hackers. And especially since they have so many online games going on, World of Warcraft, Hearthstone, Heroes of the Storm. They're veterans in this market, so they know hackers. They know like what they're capable of, and they know how to take care of it.
Yeah, I mean, they know how poisonous hackers are to a game experience. And we talked about this during Dark Souls 3 last week. It's way easier to hack on PC than it is to hack on console, and you definitely need to make an investment. It needs to be like a conscious fucking effort to go out of your way and do it, to hack on a console. My thing is I understand the frustration with, PCs, and the possibility of running into a hacker and him ruining your game experience or games being laden with fucking hackers. But I find so many positives in the PC gaming space that I kind of can almost overlook it. I can almost go, yeah, that's, the fucking downside. It's such an open platform. But that's the positive. It's an open platform. I mean, whatever, gamepad route you decide to go, whether I want to play on a controller, I want to play with a, keyboard and mouse, I want to play on my TV, I want to play on my, on my smartphone, I want to play it on my fucking, there's so many different options that you have out there in terms of controls, in terms of setups, in terms of fucking anything. You could have 3 screens going and it'll render in that full resolution on each screen into one image. I mean, you can't do that on a console. So the good thing about PC is the customization. The bad thing about PC is the openness. And it's the downside. And while I do understand why he jumped sides, I mean, I'd still say for single player experiences and for a majority of multiplayer experiences, it's worth to stay on PC. But I understand that frustration, and he's not the first person to have to do that, especially when it comes to certain kind of competitive games. But yeah, I mean, it's extreme of Blizzard, but I think when it comes to hackers in general, I think people have zero fucking tolerance for them, and I'm glad that Blizzard is in the same boat.